It's about time we find out the 361 Lynx is the real deal. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Cody with The Shoein' with Cody, and today we got ourselves a good one. We're talking about a new trail running shoe and a relatively new brand to me. We're talking about 361, and we're talking about the Lynx. I've had this shoe for a little while now, but I've definitely been putting that work in. I mean, just look at it. Look at all that mud. I have a lot to say. In this video, I'm going to go over the good, the bad, and my verdict. Should you buy this shoe? Yeah, this shoe right here. Now, before I dive into all that goodness, I do need to point out one thing. This shoe was provided to me by 361, but they have no idea what I'm going to say in this review or have control over any of the content I've done on any of their products. Now, I do have a favor to ask you all. Hit the like button and smash the subscribe button. You know you want to. It costs you absolutely nothing, but it definitely helps the channel. Now, let's sit back, relax, and let's talk about 361 Lynx. Because I'm a positive guy, I'm going to start with the positives. And honestly, the number one has to be this foam. It is so freaking nice. This is their Primo foam, and I find this to be really nice. I've tried this in their road shoe, and it works extremely well in a trail shoe. This version of it, it's very comfortable, but also very, very stable. I do want to point that out. You know, you can squeeze this as much as you want. It doesn't mean anything if you have a too squishy of a shoe to hit the trails, but the Primo foam to me just hits that perfect, comfortable, squishy, but not too squishy where I'm going to break an ankle out on the trail. The upper is it's very padded upper. This is a very stout upper. It is a partially gusseted tongue, and the tongue is definitely on that padded side. Again, you have a very stout heel counter, really nice, locked it in, no issues at all. You're looking at just pretty much like an engineered mesh upper, nothing too special, not many overlays in this shoe, very breathable, very accommodating to my foot. I have a wideish foot, and I found this to be very accommodating to me. Again, the width right here, not only does it make it accommodating for my foot, but also because of how wide it is, it's also very stable out on the trails. Again, nice foam, responsive foam, but also extremely responsive. Look at that platform. It just feels really nice underfoot. Outsole, Vibram outsole, it's just money. This is their light base. It just does the job. For me, I've been using this shoe for road to trails, and it's been working out really nice to light to moderate trails. For me, the light trails, I can push the pace and it feels fantastic. The moderate terrain, it's good. It definitely does a really good job. Gnarly terrain, I'll talk about in the cons. But for overall, for what you get in the shoe, you get a lot. There's a lot of things to like about the shoe. To me, it's just a very comfortable cruiser. This is like that daily trainer for the trails. You know, going up to 11, 12 miles, it feels really, really nice. Again, you get a padded upper, very comfortable upper, Primo foam that is, I'm just gonna say it's Primo. It's really nice. It's a very premium foam. It feels like great underfoot. You get the Vibram outsole that's fantastic. And as you can see, I've taken this on some pretty wet, gnarly terrain, especially muddy, and it does a really great job. Again, Vibram outsole just always does a fantastic job, but I think the implementation of the upper, the foam, and the outsole, it's a very nice combination so that when I did take it out in the mud, I was able to not have to slow up. I just kept pushing the pace, and it feels really good. The other thing about this shoe is, surprisingly, it's not the lightest shoe, but it feels lighter underfoot. I feel fast in this shoe. So my paces for roads versus trails are very different, but I'm like the higher 7s, 8s in this shoe, and I felt really good. Just clicking off the miles, I felt fast. Again, for about $150, I think the Lynx from 361 offers a lot. With the good, you do know there are some bad, and there's a couple items I want to point out. The first one is, I will say this is good for road to trails, to moderate, to buffed out trails. Anything more than that, I just wouldn't recommend it. It's not meant for gnarly terrain, even though it, you know, again, has the Vibram outsole, everything like that. It looks like a great lockdown. I'm not taking this on gnarly terrain. The big reason why is And I kind of mentioned before, there's no overlays. If you kick a rock, I mean, this is like, I mean, there's nothing right here. This is very much like, I feel like a road shoe upper. You're going to break a toe. There's no overlays. Again, I would not take this on gnarly terrain. Again, I'm more buffed out to moderate terrain. I'm talking about like not super rocky, not super rooty. Because if you kick a rock, whoo-wee, that toe is going to hurt. Again, it's a really nice shoe, but just be careful about that. And again, the overlays, to me, this is very much a road upper. There's no overlays. If you kick a rock, there's nothing there. Just keep that in mind. Again, the other thing I want to point out is this handles really well on wet and rainy terrain, but it also soaks up the water. As I mentioned, this is very plush. Once you get this thing soaked, it's not getting dry that run. It's just going to retain the water. And for folks that are going to be doing a lot of creek crossings or live in really wet areas, just know that when you get the shoe wet, it just stays wet. It's not going to dry up. Honestly, those are the two big things for me. They really are. Don't take it on too gnarly of terrain, and when it gets wet, it stays wet. Again, if you're in a drier area, you're like, Cody, that doesn't bother me at all. I'm not gonna get wet. But I just want to point that out because for some folks, that could be a deal breaker. Again, a lot of things to like about this shoe, but there are definitely a couple negatives. You've heard the good, you've heard the bad, now you want to know my verdict. Should you buy this shoe? And honestly, I think if you don't know 361, definitely learn who they are, because I think they are slowly but surely going to become a player. They have a really nice road shoe, and they are definitely entering the trail running shoe. And I think if you are looking for a road to trail, a moderate terrain shoe, yeah, I think this is definitely worth a buy. It's $150 for a trail shoe. That's not bad. And for me, it's the Primo foam. It is a awesome foam. I'm telling you, I love this foam underfoot. It feels really nice. Caveat to that is, if you live in extremely wet areas, you just might want to be careful. I think the upper might just get too soaked for you, and you just won't be an enjoyable run. Also, if you want to take this on super gnarly terrain, I just wouldn't take it there, to be quite frank. This is a road to trail, to buffed out to moderate trail shoe. If you're looking for that, for $150, the Lynx from 361 offers a lot. You've heard the good, you've heard the bad, and you've heard my verdict. Now I want to hear from you. Have you tried this shoe? Do you like this shoe? Do you love this shoe? Do you hate this shoe? Let me know. Drop a comment down below. And if you have any questions about this shoe before you purchase it, drop a comment down below. Definitely more than happy to dive into this with you. Again, remember, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and until the next time, I'll see you all out on the run. Thanks for checking out this latest review. Don't forget, hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and check out some of the other rad content that I've dropped out on the channel.